Good day, folks, my brothers and sisters in music. It's Tommy Z, and I wanted to record a quick impromptu video. I didn't even set up my usual camera for this. It's just my laptop. I want to talk about AI. A lot of musicians in our academy are asking me about the impact of AI on music, on their career. Should we be worried? It's really hard to tell what the future is going to be, but I think there are certain things that will always be true. And this is how I think about this AI thing. The number one thing that I think will always be true is that there is a creative spark that is unlike anything else that we experience. When we get into a room with the right person, and the frequencies just match, and there's creative combustion. There is nothing like it. I don't know if any of you have ever been jamming with somebody in the studio, and you just compliment one another. And sometimes there's conflict, there's creative tension, but at the end of the day, this human collaboration produces unbelievable, delightful, surprising moments in the studio that are the joy of making music. And I don't know about you, but when I look at all this AI stuff, whether it's audio or visual, what is fascinating and what is amazing to me is that, yes, it's able to do incredible things, but does the delight actually keep living? Does the wonder of the result actually stay with you? Do any of the AI things that you have seen stay in your heart and mind? These unicorns in space, these bears wearing Nike jackets, all these renders of improbable, impossible things, they're like sugar, you know? It's like they taste good for 5 seconds and then you forget about them. The more of these things I see, the more of these things I hear, the less I am convinced that AI is able to do what a remarkable human craftsperson is able to bring to the table, which is idiosyncrasies, it's a big word, inconsistencies, human faults, human frailty, human dissonance, human tension, the conflict, the doubts, all of those things that make us human beings, which are sometimes contradictory, which are sometimes not nicely fitting in, which are sometimes jagged, which are sometimes rugged. But overall, when we tell our story well with the ups and the downs, there is a harmony to the human expression. There is a depth to the human expression that I just do not feel, I do not sense when I look at AI-generated things. They may be technically sound, they may sound sweet, they may look polished, they may look sweet, but it's all superficial. It's all like getting the technical stuff right. But what about the metaphysical, the unseen spirit that drives art, that drives human expression? It's not there. And why would it be there? AI is simply trying to codify the external, the superficial. It listens to a track and it just tries to mimic what it hears. It just tries to take existing elements and put them together, which is not much different from what we as craftspeople and artists do. There's nothing new under the sun. We're simply reusing certain elements. We are influenced by other people that have come before us, and we're taking the influences that resonate with us and we're adding our own layer on top. But the whole point I'm trying to make when people ask me about the impact of AI on musicians, on humans, on craftspeople, is that if you try to compete with the algorithm, you're not going to win. So it's not a question of competition, it's a question of understanding that the one thing that makes you rare and valuable as a human being is not the technique. It's not how polished or how resolution or how technically perfect the work is going to be. It is actually the concept, the idea, the story behind the work. And of course, AI can create something superficially delightful like a unicorn flying on a hot dog in outer space. Sure, But everyone who is of sound mind is going to look at this and go, yeah, this is pretty cool that AI did this, but I do not perceive a deeper story. I do not resonate with a deeper message. There is no frequency that actually resonates with me on a deeper level that makes me come back to this kind of work. It's like a bunch of miscellaneous postcards being rendered all over the place, or sounds. But what we are after as human beings really is an experience, a story told by someone else, like us, a human being who's able to see reality, feel what it means to be a human being, journeying on this planet through time and space, and express this message of all the things that are uniquely human, whether it's sadness, or whether it's delight, or whether it's wonder, or whether it's love or hate. All of those things, I believe, is what we look for in art and in the work of other craftspeople and artists. And this is something that I'm just not sure AI can grasp. Why can it not grasp it? Because it's not human. Now, some people are saying that AI is already sentient, that it's already achieving human quality. And I'm going to say something that maybe some of you disagree with, and that's fine. But it seems to me that what makes us uniquely human is we're comprised of three things: mind, body, and soul. Soul is the invisible operating system that makes us uniquely who we are, that animates us, that makes us speak a certain way, that makes us act a certain way, that makes us fascinated with certain things, that makes us resonate with certain things, and that repeals other things from us. Because it's like our operating system, and it dictates, who we are as human beings. Have you ever seen a dead person that you actually knew, that you were close to? I will never forget looking at the body of my grandfather once he was gone. And I was looking at him and I thought to myself, here is body, here is the bones of this man dressed in a suit, but it is not him. All the things that make my grandfather uniquely who he was were apparent when he was alive, when the operating system that is invisible to the human eye was animating him so that he spoke a certain way, so that he had certain values, so that he cherished certain things, so that he shared certain things in his own unique way with us. It's the invisible things that animate who we are and what we create. And AI doesn't have a soul. Some people may say there's no such thing as a soul. Some people may say soul is something we can codify. It just doesn't seem that way to me. And so the practical outtake and the message for you in this video is that, yes, I believe AI is already impacting creative industries, not just musicians, but visual artists, film directors, everybody, editors, everybody. It's going to affect everybody, okay? But where it's going to take over is those things that it could handle technically, where the story that needs to be told is nothing substantial. Maybe some kind of a simple commercial. Maybe in the future, even it will be very sophisticated storytelling and commercials and promotional films and graphics and music that AI is able to handle. But I just don't think that when this happens, it will be enough for us. I really see a future in which we, the small minority of people who have not become sleepwalkers, who have not become zombies, completely hypnotized by the feed and the algorithm. I am convinced that a small percentage of us, and I hope I'm included in this small percentage, will be able to smell instantly when a story is being told by AI, because we will smell that it lacks soul, that it lacks those imperfections that characterize all of us as human beings, those faults, those jagged edges, those things that don't make algorithmic sense, that are somehow harmoniously creating a holistic picture. So I believe that in the future, the world will be overrun by AI-generated things, and they will all be very, very impressive. But I also believe that those who choose to remain to be human will not be satisfied unless they are in connection, in communion, in contact with the work that they perceive to be from another human being. I hope that is the case anyway, because I do not want to compete with algorithms and motherboards. I just want to be the best human being that I can possibly be and create the kind of work that will resonate with others. That is my hope. That is my aspiration. And that's what I think about AI and about how we are going to use our gifts to move other human beings today and for 1,000 tomorrows. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one next. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.